And we are recording. Hello, everybody. Um, I'm Frosty. I'm DMing things today. It's time for the Scrubbydubby Duckies at the Saltpier Port. Let's start down the line. I'm very new to this, so.
Hi, you're doing great.
You are doing awesome.
It does me to start, right?
Yeah, let's start with the birthday boy.
Heck yes.
Birthday.
Okay. Hello, I'm Atomic, and I'm going to be playing as Mac. He's a long, red, and very anxious snake toon.
We love him.
He's very valid.
Thank you.
Love him to bits. Deedee, I think that's you, bud.
That's me.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting I changed my nickname. So, hello, I'm Deedee Flowers, also known as Deedee, and I am going to be playing Philleapo, and who is a frog wizard, a literal squishy wizard because he is a squishy frog.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
We also love him.
Yay!
God, I love all of you guys.
We should put refs in Game Zone, right?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh dear, I'm gonna have to actually send that to my computer.
Please add in those refs so we can see these beautiful beans.
Fight now.
Right.
First.
All right. I'm Dawn, and I'm gonna be playing Luke, a nobody. He's not been out very long. He's definitely not got a clue what he's in for.
Oh, honey, nobody does. You fit right in.
Great. It's gonna be great.
Oh.
Alright, Ollie, I think that's your turn. I already introduced myself.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'm Ollie. I'm gonna be playing Turpin. Or just Turpin or Turp, because I always call him that. He's a well, he uses magic. I don't know if he calls himself a but he's basically just two eyeballs. He's doing his best.
And he is doing it wonderfully.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just like, oh, I love their designs. The leg caught me off guard.
He's got a crumpled up leg. It's an issue. He's good with it.
He's so good.
It's just like, well, this may as well happen.
In the words of Lynn, this is fine.
We must protect.
Yes. So good.
Alright. With that out of the way, Atomic, since it is your birthday, you do get one inspiration point. This is the birthday inspiration.
Thank you.
As is tradition. And let's start out with the setting. The three of you, and I say three because, Mac, you're probably with Jackie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. The three of you start your day in the hustle and bustle of Toontown Square. Flyer in hand or whatever ligament you hold things with, I don't judge. And ready to apply to the janitor's job. The flyer says to look for a building with a bright yellow rubber duck on the roof. There is a chance that the people who put up the flyers are still out and about too. These flyers weren't here 10 minutes ago. What would you three like to do? And that would be Philleapo, Luke and Turp. What would you three like to do? Atomic, you can also do something too if you like. You can look for anybody who's got a flyer.
I guess. Oh, you go first.
No, go for it.
I was gonna say, like, if we're like looking for a building, would that be like a perception check? Like,
Well, there's a lot of people out and about today. And
Or just passive
is-
profession.
Is there
Yeah.
anything like a
it would
a
probably be a
logo on
survival
the
check.
ad?
Oh.
Is there like a logo on the ad that would match up with anything on the buildings?
A very common theme with this cleaning service is a bright yellow rubber duck.
All right.
So,
Luke is gonna look up and start like, is there a bright yellow rubber duck anywhere around here? Would that be perception or survival?
that would be survival.
It doesn't really matter. They're the same.
Yeah.
So if anyone
That's not
else
bad.
wants to make a survival check, go on ahead.
All right. Give it a try. And I'm. Oh. Oh, yeah. I actually have a bonus in that because it's wisdom. So let's see. Plus. Oh.
Oh god.
Nice.
All right.
Okay then. Was not expecting that.
All right. Well, I think all of you, has the preset DC of 10 because I think it'd be pretty freaking easy to find a giant yellow rubber duck on a roof.
Turp barely,
That's fair.
barely knows what a duck is.
It's not
You'd
exactly
have to be looking
hiding.
at the ground to not find it.
You have a wonderful time finding that. Do you guys walk in to go look for the boss, or?
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Gonna sort of hitch step his way up there with his flyer.
All right. So inside the building, you see kind of, I suppose it would be an unusual sight. Doesn't look like your normal office. It's laden with tile. Like, I don't know how to describe this tile. It's not bathroom tile, but certainly not tile that you would find in a normal place.
Is it like
Hmm.
concrete tile?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
can use something to work
that
with.
works.
Is it in the shape of ducks?
There are some ducks in the middle of every tile. So,
Oh, yes.
And
I was
there-
wondering.
At
and
least it's not every tile.
Amazing. This is already a thing.
there's
I'm loving
also
this.
some duck memorabilia around, like rubber duck memorabilia around. Just random, like squeaky toys and things like that. It's completely random on the shelves. And you know the wallpaper? Like, it's half wallpaper, half tile, the bottom is tile. The same tile on the floor.
Turpin is like visibly dissolving. Like you know that Squidward noise where he just kind of squidges down. That's what Turpin's doing.
Luke is just looking around. Well, they
No.
certainly seem to stick to a theme, don't they?
Oh, absolutely.
I certainly do.
Mara is nothing if not a very dedicated person.
Lord.
And as you go through, you find several storage closets. They're all open. There's a few tunes and a couple real kind running through each one of them. All covered in various versions of yellow duckling themed janitor uniforms, depending on the rank. And like every single one of the storage rooms, if you look in, has got like one particular cleaning item. So they're all bouncing around from place to place. And there's a few that are going into a place called the showers. The people who go
Oh,
in
dear.
there look absolutely rancid as they're covered in stuff. So that's normal. They have those in case you need it. But
That's
at the very
ominous.
it's fine. It's a normal day at the Scrubbydubby Ducky place. Don't worry about it.
I don't trust like that. Like,
That's fair.
Turpin's eyes are slowly but surely sinking in.
You having some regrets?
He has a few, but he's determined. And he needs the
It's
money.
valid.
So...
That is
If
valid.
that ain't a mood. If that ain't a mood.
oh yeah,
That has been a theme with a lot of you guys.
yeah. Philleapo's like saying out loud, like it's like I need to pay rent. You need to pay rent. You need to pay rent. Just ignore the weirdness. Just go pay rent. You can do this.
You
Money's
saying that
money.
out loud, huh?
No matter how duck
Yeah.
printed it is.
Like it's like he was fine until he saw the showers. I'm like, oh, okay, sure, why not?
What?
Suddenly, this is looking like less than a pleasant job experience.
Well, I mean, you're working as a janitor, man. You're gonna get a little dirty.
At least they provide showers.
Yeah.
This is true. This is fair. This is fair.
There's a particular
I mean, would you
tune that
rather
is the
be
reason they
covered?
have them, actually. But anyways, is anyone gonna try and comfort? Philleapo? Or are you just gonna continue?
We're just gonna keep going. We're all equally. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Dear God.
You know that weird like pat that people do when they don't know you and they're uncomfortable themselves?
The awkward. There.
Oh my god.
That's what Turpin's doing, but it's a scarf hand, so it's just kind of like.
Do you accept this?
That's very sweet. I, the player, think it's sweet. So does so does Philleapo. But he's like supposed to be like, thanks. He's gonna be awkward about it, unfortunately. He's an awkward man.
The awkward pat of solidarity.
Yes, the awkward pack of solidarity. He's gonna pat you back just as awkwardly.
Okay.
Your hand sinks in a little. There's not a body under there, so it's just awkward for everybody involved.
Amazing.
It's
This scene
just
keeps
close.
getting better and better.
Kind of compress in a little bit, but there's nothing behind that.
Oh no, we killed them.
It's okay, I'm constantly dying. It's fine. Everything is fine.
It's fine.
Anyways. God, that's wonderful. I love this.
Yeah.
You guys get...
Go
go ahead.
he's a little bit alarmed, but he's not gonna question that either.
Don't even worry about it. Everything's fine. You gotta pay that rent, man.
Yeah.
With that said, I think it's pretty, you know what? No. You want to make a survival check again? See if you can find which
boy.
one of these doors leads to Mara's office.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's a no.
Oh.
Oof.
The DC is a 5.
Are we all rolling?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alrighty.
Like,
You're just
again with the
rolling
19.
19.
What?
Oh my
Y'all
goodness.
rolling. Y'all. Okay.
Well.
Well, I think one
Philleapo
of you
wants to
finds
get him
Mara.
his paycheck.
No, 2 of you. Alright, so Turpin and Philleapo, you both find Mara's office. Philleapo, you were pretty tipped off by the loud yelling of what sounds like ferret screaming.
Oh my god. The sound in the distance.
The sound of a screaming ferret in the distance from a door
Oh,
that
man.
has a ferret with a rubber duck in its paw. So yeah, that's very much so Mara's office. Do you tell anybody about it, or you just leave the group and wander off towards it.
He's gonna be like kind of go. Oh, wait, I should do the voice. I think we're supposed to go that way. It's the only thing not duckish. So I think that's where we're supposed to go.
Wouldn't it be more sensible if we went with where all of the ducks were, seeing as this seems to be the theme here?
But everything is duck.
Precisely. We should stay here and wait for them to arrive.
I mean, you can do whatever, but
It's gonna. Say,
Ollie, you gonna... I didn't catch the end of that.
sorry. Turpin's basically just like, you can do whatever you want, but I'm gonna head towards that. Yelling sounds like a boss, sort of.
It's entirely valid.
that's very true.
Oh, the duck thing. The duck thing is actually very new, Kraken. It's because one of the coworkers is gonna get punched in the face by someone later. But that's fine.
Dear.
Oh dear. Yeah. So I'm gonna walk over. Like, oh, well, Filippo's gonna walk over. Like, yep. Just gonna keep going. Gonna keep going.
Okay. Tomic, you and I wanna... Well, you wanna roll perception. Perception? Whoa!
Perception.
Ooh.
Perception.
And I will get back to the two of you with Mar in just a moment. And I'm not on the right thing that I need to be.
Eh,
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, well, you got it. Nope, apparently Ajaxx is way too salty. Well, whatever is going on. They don't see anything. Alright, well, Atomic, you find Turpin walking in the direction that they are very much so not supposed to be going, aka the room with all the bleach.
Oh no.
That's not a good place for anybody to be. You
I'm-
want to redirect them towards Mars' office?
I am going to speed over. Hey, that's not exactly
Sorry, I
safe.
wasn't expecting someone. Like, Turpin basically just sinks into his car for a second. I'm sorry. Did you say something?
Yeah, that's not exactly, it's a safe place. It's, full of chemicals and stuff. If you have your flyer there, you're one of the new recruits, aren't you?
I think so.
Oh
Yeah?
yeah, I could lead you to Mar. This place is kind of a maze with everyone going left and right and which way and up and down and such.
It seems like ducks all the way down, so I would appreciate the help if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, he kind of looks vacantly into the distance. The ducks.
Are you okay? Did the ducks do something to you?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. Let's just go to. Oh, and he's going to turn to Ajaxx. I'm
Alright.
assuming that's Ajaxx whistling.
Yep, they're coming up behind you. Thought they'd warn you. And they start
I'm,
signing. Cause, would you find a recruit?
Oh yeah, they were about to walk into a chemical room.
Ooh, bleach at that.
Do you think the others are around here? Should probably round them up before they wander into any more dangerous places.
Yeah, probably should. Let's... What's your name? Hun?
Turpin?
Alright, nice...
Thank
Yeah,
service.
I can sign today. Nice to meet you, Turpin. Come on, follow us. Sorry about the ducks. You can blame Jim for that. Jim. I'm gonna.
Eh,
Everybody hates Jim!
Turpin's like suddenly a little more nervous about the job, given that they both kind of sounded like they had old wounds about the ducks. But he's gonna follow along.
I wouldn't worry too much about the ducks. Don't worry about it. When Mar goes off and does whatever she does when we get to the site that we're gonna be going to, don't worry, I got you. Got some normal uniforms. And
Okay.
they just gesture to themselves, which they're dressed in the most god-awful, adorable, and sickeningly cute duckling-themed janitor uniform. Like, their own beak is covered with the bill of a duckling. And they do not radiate joy at all through this. There is no joy.
What should I roll to have Turpin not bust out into laughter at the duck bill that's strapped onto their face?
That would be a Constitution saving throw, my friend.
it's
Also,
an
it does
rough
not
adjustment
help
period.
that they have a tiny little waddle. They literally waddle. They move 10 feet per minute, like per round, because they're so small and got stumpy little legs.
Turpin's surprisingly composed.
10 feet per minute. Yep, there we go. That is. God. They have a little waddle. It's even funnier when they run, I promise.
Oh. Oh.
But they're kind of like
Player.
doing big ol' stomps as they lead you towards Mars' office. They're very pouty.
Sorry for yelling, by the way. I get startled. So, apologies.
They wave their flipper. They're not bothered by it.
Oh, did you happen to see the other recruits on your way in at all?
I did. I thought I was with them there for a bit, but I think they just. One of them was waiting in the hall, I think.
Thank God that's not a dangerous place.
Are you sure about that? I mean,
I mean, with all the wet floor signs, it's the least dangerous place here.
look at all these wet floor signs.
At least you know where you're gonna slip.
That's true. Besides, I think she's not bothered by it simply because she knows I can clean it up quickly. Which I'm not doing! And they definitely signed that at the air.
Oh my.
Alright. So you get to Mars' office. I'm guessing the rest of you are there? Yes, thank you, Marbles, for tugging on my cord. Just to get into your bed.
Well, Luke 100% has not moved from the front lobby. He is just waiting. Waiting.
Okay.
Waiting.
In that case, you also hear this. They can't really do much more than whistle at you, so... As
You're
well as,
fine.
like, wave their flipper. So you see that.
Yeah, that's gonna be enough. That's clearly getting attention. Come here. He's going to do that.
And they're clearly working here, judging by the uniform.
Judging by the amount of ducks involved, yeah.
so sorry. The character is sorry. The player, the DM, not so much.
The
Yeah.
DM is enjoying this.
Oh yes, I am very much so enjoying this. Alright, they lead the blah blah blah. Ah! Words.
Is that Grolix?
You're valid.
Yes.
I guess that's my tune-specific Grolix. Just screaming.
Oh man.
Mars office, everybody! Dear God, it is the most boring and bland place in the entire building. And
Is
you
there-
Looks like home.
well,
Turpin's like instantly more relaxed. Like,
are you sure about that?
I mean, it's not as weird in here yet.
As
Looks
soon as
just
all
like
of,
home.
as soon as all of you step in, though, you feel this wave of intense judgment.
Oh, it's still just like.
Oh,
You
okay.
judge me more than I judge myself. So.
Okay.
And intimidation. And Ajaxx, yeah, they kind of like fold their flippers and look. You want to roll insight on that? What to expect before the chair turns around.
Okay.
Alright.
This is just like home. Just like home.
This is fine. Atomic, you want to roll insight too?
Right.
I'm sure you already know, but
Are you okay?
I heard someone
Excuse me.
sneeze. Bless you.
That was me.
Let's see.
Sorry.
Oh my
Roll.
god.
Alright.
What's up with Dice Parser?
Okay.
Alright, so we got a 4, a 20, 12, and a 6. Alright, well, want to roll how well they're actually hiding this, but it's not going to really be deception. I'm going to just roll a straight d20. Because they're not trying to hide it. Yeah, no. Nah. Okay, so Turpin, you see that they look so exhausted. They are not looking forward to this. This is like a nuisance. They are preparing to be annoyed. Everyone else, they're perfectly fine. They have not changed at all. This is fine. And then Mara turns around in the chair. And she stands, and she is a rather imposing lady. Despite, being a ferret, she kinda scary. She just has that energy.
Yeah.
So you guys are the new recruits. Well, you guys did good finding them, and she looks to Mac and Jax, or Ajaxx, words. Jackie just shrugs. Atomic, how does Mac respond?
He kind of looks away and there was nothing really. We were just about to walk into a chemical room.
Oh, well, that would not do at all. Thank you very much for stopping that. Well, anyways. So it's nice to meet all of you, and it's wonderful that you guys came in today. Especially so soon. Goodness gracious, I'm supposed to be. Ah! Pardon me, I'm just knocking over literally everything on my desk.
Oh no.
I just heard a stunk.
knocking over. Like Mara accidentally moves her hand, and she nearly knocks over her monitor, or not monitor. There's no computers in Inkwell, I don't think. She knocks over a mug almost. I don't remember her dex, and I don't feel like pulling up her sheet, so I'm just gonna roll a straight d20 to see if she can grab it. She does fine. I'm supposed to be meeting the person who bought the town in about 20 minutes. Shit. Alright, well, quick rundown. I don't think he's gonna mind if I'm fashionably late. Here's how it is. And I need to think of words. So there's an old port town. Jackie, I know you've been there. I read your last address change. Because that is a thing that has to be reported. And they just kind of look away sheepishly, like they don't want to talk about that. It's an old rundown town called Saltpier Port. Really old fishing town. After an event happened where the primary source of income, in other words, fish, stopped being really available, the town just started going downhill until everyone left about a couple months before Animus. Well, recently somebody bought it and has been doing some renovations. Unfortunately, not all of the buildings can be saved. I mean, it's a port town, you know, there's storms that happen. And they called upon my company to go in and clean all of the renovated buildings. That wouldn't have been so much of a problem if I had had the proper amount of people available to do so at the time. So I had to stall until I did, which is where all of you come in. Now, think of this like a job interview that you get paid for. If you do well on this, not only do you get 10 gold, but you get a job.
That seems fair, ma'am.
I think the question is, buy it.
What was that?
Is it common for people to bite here?
For people to bite?
For people to buy
I don't know if it's really common, but I'm not really gonna question it. It had been abandoned for a while. And it really does need that nice sprucing up if they're gonna actually use it again.
Philleapo is kind of gonna squint, and he's not gonna say anything, but in his mind he's like, "Oh, it's rich people, rich people."
Yeah, of course it's rich people. It's always rich.
It's like you can't really like question it after that, but it's like it makes it that tracks.
Yeah, Mars just trying to run her business. She's not gonna really question why it is someone's buying a town.
That's fair. I think Turpin's just like, oh.
Well, if all of that's settled, Mac, Jackie, go ahead and get these three set up for their uniforms. I will meet you guys at the van.
Right, Mar. He's gonna turn to break the bad news.
Jackie starts just walking. They ain't even gonna acknowledge this.
Okay, so the uniforms are kind of mandatory. it's best that you just go along with it.
Okay. I mean, I
Philippo's
need
like-
money, man. So.
I was like, what's the big deal about the uniform? And then he's gonna look down at Ajaxx and like, oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Question. I don't really have a face. Do I still have to wear that duck bill, or am I?
Interesting thing about Ajax's duck bill, that's actually their hat. It's like a normal janitor hat, but with a duck bill attached. They just had it fitted so that it fit their whole face. More so, Mar had it fitted so that it would fit their whole face, so that they would have a duck bill.
God damn it, Mar.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
And it's a pain in the butt to get it on them every day because Ajaxx ain't having it. But of course, every day they tend to lose that fight, battle, whatever, what have you.
Familiar face. Just puts it on. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Well, when you guys get to where Ajaxx is, it is an entire kind of storage closet. As far as the eye can see, there is nothing but pecking, duckling-themed janitors' costumes and hats with duck bills. And I'm talking like this thing goes all the way up, and there's even some stairs on the left that goes all the way down. You can't see the roof, and you can't see the bottom floor either. And it's filled with duckling-themed janitors' costumes with shelves of duckling-themed hats. It is amazingly awful.
Philippo's just looking at the outfits and then looking down at his suit in dismay. It's like, he can't be fancy in that.
Luke's just gonna walk over and start finding something that'll fit. He's gonna say, "If I had any dignity, I suspect this would be humiliating."
You work with Mar now. Dignity is not an option.
No one's leaving this session with dignity.
Joke's on you. Filippo never had any dignity.
Turpin's too poor for dignity right now.
We are really all in the same boat.
Yeah. Listen, we all just need this job.
Just need money, please.
We just need a job, man.
Food is not cheap. Please.
Rent
Please.
is not cheap.
At that, if you say that out loud, Ajaxx they clap their flippers and point a flipper at you because they're like, they understand that.
Oh my.
Like, someone gets it. Well, once you guys all got your I can think. Brain, please. Your uniforms. There we go. That's a word. On. Ajaxx is gonna start leading you to get belts, which you guys are gonna need as well. You're gonna go through each of the rooms, grabbing all of the little knickknacks that you need, like a spritz bottle, some cloth. They're gonna hand you a bucket because you're probably gonna need that too.
It's gonna be a massive pile of cleaning supplies. Walking down the hall with a duck bill sticking out the front.
This is all little things that you can fit on a little janitor tool belt.
Are they just grabbing extra so it's still too much?
Yeah. And Ajaxx goes into a room where there's just a hall of lockers. A hall of lockers. And they start making their way down, down, and down. Down this long hallway full of lockers. And they just look more and more tired as they go down it. Until finally, they get to one that has... God, what would it have? What would be a decoration that they'd put on it? A plant. Just a random plant. Yes, and there is... Hold on. And when they open it, they grab some keys, but do you guys want to make me a quick perception check? If you're gonna be snooping and looking at their locker as they're grabbing something out of it. Okay. Luke is not
he
interested.
just
Oh
does
my
not
God.
care, does he?
Mac, you've probably seen this before, so. Alright, Turpin passes.
I don't know why I have to keep looking it up. It's like it's always the same thing. Like I just
Alright, Turpin and
My God.
Philleapo. The two of you, when you look in Jackie's locker, see them grab their, like, a ring of, dear God, how many keys is that? You don't know. But on the walls of this locker is a good couple of photos. There's a photo of them with an egg, and then beside it is a photo of them with a small purple, kinda pigeon looking, kinda penguin looking eyeless bird hatchling.
They have baby?
They have baby. And on the other side of the photo of them and the egg is an older photo. Don't know how much older, but it's a little weathered. It's a photo of a blue and white UPA and seagull. Well, no, she wouldn't be blue and white in that photo. It's two different kinds of blue. And a much younger Ajaxx. You can assume it's Ajaxx because, you know, same kinda, like, build, but smaller and a lot more fluffy. And they seem to be playing.
Oh.
I
And
realize
then-
I can't see this, but also, aww.
On the other side of that is a photo of Ajaxx in a yellow and pink dress with that standing in front of a pink pigeon tune. I haven't figured out what he is yet, so I'm not gonna say. Who is in a tuxedo. And behind them is that same UPA and seagull, but blue and white. Oh. We lost Ollie.
Ollie's back.
Hello, Ollie!
Hey, sorry, technical difficulty.
That is totally
Happened.
fair. I'm gonna give you a moment.
Turpin didn't.
You there?
Yeah,
You cut out, Ollie. Oh, what?
Ollie's dead.
Oh no.
Can't believe Ollie's pecking dead again!
Be dead.
Ollie, no.
No!
So young. So full of life.
Pray for Ollie.
Press F to pay respects.
F in the chat. Blue and blue. Yes, blue and blue.
Ollie, you are alive.
Hey, can you guys hear me better now?
Yeah, I
A
can.
little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Okay, I think my weird. Sorry.
You're alright, it happens.
It's cool.
I was just gonna say that Turpin's just looking over and goes, "The cute family."
Ajaxx kind of jumps at that, and they turn, and they smile before they close it and lock it back up. And they sign to all of you. I highly doubt that Mars really keeping track of the lockers, so when we get back, you guys can just claim one, and then I'll work on getting a lock for you.
Very kind of you, ma'am. Thank you. Mix.
Thanks. Have faith in
Mrs.
us, I guess.
Miss, ma'am, it is fine.
Sir, something? I apologize. I
Mm.
did not think about that.
I'm fine with pretty much any one of them except for Sir.
Understood. Thank you.
I
Conrad.
appreciate you asking, though.
Comrade.
What the frick is gender? Anyways, Mars probably getting a little impatient. So, we should probably go. They start passing out the belts and stuff for you as they pass each and every one of you. And then they hook the keys on theirs, on a ring on their belt. Do you guys follow?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, when you guys get out there, Mar is putting a bunch of stuff in the van. She's putting in things like mops and brooms and buckets and a lot of weird chemicals. Some of it is dish soap, because why not, you know? There's a lot of sponges too. But do you guys want to roll me a perception or no, investigation? There we go.
Oh, thank God. Maybe that'll actually have something good.
Does Luke investigate?
I texted that wrong. Did I get to there?
Good lord.
Yes! Yes, he
Oh.
can investigate!
Well, okay.
Mac, you blind dummy.
All right,
Created
well,
brain cells for a minute.
all of you except for Mac notice that the majority of these giant, God, what would you call them? They're not. They're not
Containers?
barrels. Yes, containers. There we go. Thank you. These
No worries.
giant containers that are clear are filled with vinegar.
Good cleaning supply.
Yeah. And there's a
Get
lot
some
filled with
baking
bleach
soda and
too.
you can have some real fun.
A lot of them are filled with bleach too, but there's a lot more vinegar than there is bleach. Do any of you question that? Ask Mar about it as she's loading things into the van.
I think Turp would but if somebody else would go for it.
I mean, honestly, I kind of figure it's because bleach will hurt you, vinegar will not.
Eh. Mm.
I don't think Turp has the tact to not. Turp's gonna go up and be like, so I mean, not to pry, considering this is an interview and all, but are we cleaning something especially smelly with all the vinegar?
Well, I mean, we're going to an old port town. It's right by the ocean. You never know. You could find mold there.
True.
And vinegar and bleach are both pretty good at killing it, so you can never be too prepared for that.
Do not mix the two. It
Yeah,
will not
no.
result in anything pleasant.
Yeah, no. Do not mix the two. And she looks kind of distressed at that, like, please do not mix the two. And she's putting them very obviously on opposite sides of the van's walls. Like, very much so trying to keep them separate.
Good tactics, good tactics.
Like, she didn't get this far and to own the company for nothing. But there are actually seats back there as well. Because when you look in the front, there's only two. The driver's seat and the passenger seat. So, when she gets done loading it, I'm gonna roll a perception for her. Yeah, no, she notices. It's not like Ajaxx is trying to hide what they're doing either. Ajaxx, what are you doing? Why are you trying to go towards the bus stop? Ajaxx turns around, and they do not look happy. They don't want to go in the van. Like, I can get there with the bus. It's fine. I can take what I used to take. I can take the subway. Anything that is not the van.
Van will not be taking you to a secondary location.
It's not the secondary location that I'm worried about.
Making me a little bit more nervous about this job, but I need the money. Turpin says to himself as he gets into the back of the van.
I don't want to.
Clambers in there.
Mar, please. Mar, please don't make me get in the van. And she looks at them and says, "Get in the van, Jackie. Just get in the fucking van." I don't want to get in the van.
Get in the robot, Shinji.
Please don't make me get in the van. Get in the van. Is anyone gonna try to convince them to get in the van? Or are you gonna let Mar handle that?
Just gonna let Mar handle it. This is very much not his place to get into. Just gonna wait till everyone else has got in and then scramble in really awkwardly.
Also, who wants to ride shotgun?
I would take that, please. Let me have something that I don't have to crawl to.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Mac's already seen this whole song and dance of get in the van, no, get in the van, no. He's just gonna get in and wait for the inevitable convincing / forcing.
Oh, yeah. Let me pull this up. It's going to be a hilarious scene for you guys to watch and endure. Get to endure Jackie's ever suffering. If D&D Beyond would be so kind as to boot itself up, that would be lovely. Thank you. Alright. 20 plus 2. Okay. Plus D20 minus 2.
Dang.
Damn.
That's absolutely amazing.
All right. So there is a lot of Mar screaming and yelling as she is doing her best to wrangle this tiny little penguin-esque creature into the van, and then they almost get away until she like grabs them by the not by that. How would she do so? She's much more rough, I guess. She just grabs them by the they don't have a scruff, but you know, whatever. She grabs them, she scruffs them and just like puts them in and shuts the door behind them.
They're just standing at the window, banging on it. Let me out! Let me out!
Krusty
Oh,
wants
Kraken!
out.
It's like they've been arrested.
Is it okay if I have Turp?
If you what
Um,
now?
Is it okay if I have Turp cast a mage armor on himself real quick, watching this all go down?
I'm gonna say, like, you don't really have to do that. At least not right now. So you're good for now. She's gonna be driving. She can't reach you from the driver's side.
Okay.
There's like a grate in between you and her, and the poor soul who chose to be in the front with her.
It's easier than crawling in the back and trying to figure out what to do with his crutch, okay?
That's fair.
It's very fair.
And you guys witness as poor Jackie just succumbs to the fact that they are now going to be taken to this site in the van. And they
Sick.
trudge their little butt along, waddling sadly. And they sit down in the available seat and they grab a plastic bag and they just look into it.
Oh dear.
Do it. You have a
Oh
lot to live
gosh.
for.
Oh
It's
Oh
dear.
It's
no.
not that.
It's
Sorry,
it's
sorry, that was
definitely not
terrible.
that.
It is not that.
I was
As the
gonna
car
give,
starts, as the van starts going, do you guys want to make an insight check?
First off,
dear.
I'm just gonna say right now, Luke saw that. He is buckling in.
Philleapo is also like wrapping his little noodle arms around
Oh
anything
my
that looks sturdy.
god.
I am very nervous.
Oh
Blissfully unaware.
no! Oh.
He doesn't. Oh, gosh. You said insight check?
Why?
Yep.
Oh,
They
I'm
don't
actually
know,
really.
chat.
Oh dear.
Why is this cursed? I keep
Well,
rolling 4s.
It's okay. Honestly, like, oh, poor Luke, you have no idea. DC was a
He's
5.
buckling in anyway, just simply because that's his thing. But
It's
it would seem that he would have been bracing his everything against the walls.
Well, as the van starts going, the rest of you notice that they start turning a very weird green.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh.
Mac is blissfully unaware.
Oh no, he
In
passed
the
with a
back.
5.
Wait, really? Oh.
He passed with a 5.
The
Oh,
only
thank
They
God.
change colors. That's a pretty easy thing to notice.
Okay. I saw 5 and immediately went, oh, that's.
Also, you in particular have seen this happen before.
Okay. Mac is going to try and use his, Yupian flat body to try and hide in between the chemicals in the side of the van. Just try and duck and cover as much as possible.
They have a bag, it's fine. You don't have to worry about that.
I know, but he does. He does worry anyway.
That's valid. Surprisingly enough, as the van starts like moving through Toontown, Mar is actually a good driver. Problem is that she's very loud and chatty, and she is blaring her music. And it's not even the good music.
Yeah.
Like, whatever is your least favorite music that you would hate to have blared at max volume on loop for like a good hour-long journey, imagine that.
Oh my
Specific
god.
to you.
Oh,
Looks the
that's...
epicenter.
And she is absolutely chatting as loudly as humanly possible, or tunally possible in this scenario, to the person in the passenger seat right beside her.
Oh no. Oops.
I want you to make me a constitution saving throw to see how long you can withstand that.
Oh,
The
no.
ball,
Oh
like,
my
curls in
god.
a little bit.
Oh,
So,
no.
Philleapo,
Who
you're the
won?
one in the passenger seat, right?
Who wants shotgun? That was a trap.
Oh, yes, it was.
Mm. Hey, it's actually a decent roll.
Unfortunately, that is not good enough, Betty.
Oh no.
It's not
Oh,
enough to
no.
resist the chatter.
It's not
Oh,
enough to
no.
resist the incessant noise that is Mar.
Oh no. Oh
That's rough,
no.
buddy.
So,
What is it?
we'll get to
Oh.
that in a minute.
Blaring
Now, I have a
100
very important
Gex.
question for all of you players. And
Yes.
the two listeners can also decide as well. So, for everyone listening in, I have a question, and it's very important, and I need you to answer as seriously as possible. Kazoo or toy harmonica?
Kazoo.
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 Kazoo? Alright, what's the verdict with
dear.
the listeners?
I'm just imagining Kazoo.
Kazoo.
It's the kazoo.
Almost unanimous.
Almost unanimous. Still waiting on Kraken.
I think he might have left.
That's fair. Yeah, we got another 30 minutes before break. So,
What about you, the listeners at home?
with that
You hear
said,
that quiet echo.
time for a travel montage.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, I just realized. After you said it about the props.
And this is why I got props.
That's just amazing.
Oh my gosh. That was amazing.
I remember you saying auditory props, and I just remembered
my
that
God.
too late.
I
I
also
knew
had
it
the
was
realization
Kazoo.
at the same time as the kazoo burst in.
Oh, that's great.
That's amazing.
Very good.
I can't do the
Incredible.
sound effect that I wanted as well as the like other tune things can, but I think it's better that I don't. So there you go. And when that kazoo stops going, Mar bursts open out of the van after stopping at the very edge of the town. Or no, actually in the square. There we go. And it's like, alright, everybody out!
Luke's just gonna open the door and sort of ooze out, like paper just sliding. Ugh!
Oh yeah, honey, you were in the front seat.
Ugh. Is she always that loud?
And Mar lets everyone else out as you say that.
Turpin just kind of flops onto the ground before standing up and dusting himself off. He looks a little jumbled. His eyes are going two different directions there for a second.
Philleapo has become a wet spaghetti noodle. He is like, he's like, his limbs are limp.
We're all just dead.
How's the
Mac
noodle?
is-
He's getting feeling back in his arms. Slowly but surely. He's like a long-legged guy, so like I also imagine like he was like kind of crouched as he was sitting in the back of this van.
Oh, you poor thing.
Mac is gonna sort of unfurl from the truck is like sort of an accordion-esque fashion and just lay in a flat pile and just slowly but surely like unfurl.
So everyone's kind of a mess after this car ride.
Oh, absolutely.
Everyone's just flat on the ground.
Dude,
That's it. We've earned the $10. We're done.
We haven't even started.
The kazoo just dealt us all like psychic damage. Like
Okay. Once all of you guys are off the van, Jackie slowly makes her way off. And they are very, very slow as they get off. They're like, when they get to the edge of the van, they slide off and they're still green and they're wobbly. Let's see how well they're doing. Oh, yeah, their con is just a straight D20. They're doing alright. Kinda. You know.
They're doing better than the rest of us.
yeah.
Which
Phil's
is
trying to-
surprising.
They're the most used to this. They do make a beeline for the trash can though. Because they don't feel well at all. They hate vans. They hate cars.
I think that Luke might be starting to share that feeling.
Alright. After a bit
Gonna-
of stretching, Mar's gonna... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say like Philleapo's gonna like go over to Ajaxx and just kind of pat them gently like and awkwardly on the shoulders. Like
Ooh.
it's like same. Like I understand.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Alright, well that's
Oh,
one of the better
no.
ones. That's one of the better ones. So as soon as you do that, they flinch and they run. They run for a good 20 feet in the opposite direction.
Oh no.
And roll me an insight check.
Okay. He's like immediately like just gonna like like kind of jump back and like with his hands up like before anything else. I think no matter what he does is like, 'cause that was odd.
That's not good.
Ooh.
Okay. That's unfortunate. Alright, Jackie. You see them turn a kind of dark shade of blue. I don't have my color scheme stuff up, but they don't look pleased at the sudden touch. And they turn to you, and I'm going to have them make another con check. That's 7. turn to you. They look very angry. And they sign, "Do not touch. Not without asking."
Really,
Oh.
very sorry.
They do not respond after that.
Ooh.
Oof.
Ooh,
Ajaxx
boy.
will remember that.
Yeah. I have made a mistake.
Whoops.
It happens.
I think that shocked them out of the stupor that they were in, though. And they returned to the van with the rest of you. You return too?
He's gonna let Ajaxx go a little bit further, give them some space, because it clearly upset them. He very clearly upset them, and then he's just gonna follow a little bit further after them.
That is entirely valid.
It's like, give them a 6 feet or so or more so of distance.
Yeah, you might want to stay out of their blood circle.
Yeah. Out of their what now? What?
What? You've never heard that?
No.
What? Wait, blood circle?
Alright, well now you're not getting any context.
Oh my gosh. That is me, the player, but also that is Philleapo going what? What? Voice in the sky, explain yourself. What is a blood circle?
Your almighty DM says, "Don't worry about it."
Gosh.
Oh,
Just
don't
stay
worry
out of
about
it. And you'll be
Boy.
fine.
Oh boy.
Alright. With that said, Mar then claps her paw, hand, things, whatever you want to call them, and says, "Alright, well, Ajaxx has the list of places that you guys need to clean. I have to clean up the hall." And she points to the biggest building in the town, which, good lord, it definitely looks like some rich twat took a lot of time to make sure that that thing looked like a castle or a manor or something. God, is it gaudy. And she doesn't really look all that enthused about the fact that she has to clean that, but they were specifically requested that she do it. You know, she'll mention that. And she does look a little bit exasperated at this fact. She's not gonna bother hiding it either. Like, she's older now. Who gives a crap if she hides it? Then she's like, "Ring a bell if you need me. Ajaxx, you take over. Bye, guys." And she grabs a little bit of every supply. And finally she fucks off. You don't have to deal with Mara for a good bit in this game. And as soon as she's gone, Ajaxx takes off their hat and throws it into the freaking thing, into the van, and is like, "Okay, now that she is out of here, Mac, will you make sure, please, that she's gone and inside the building? And if
Oh,
you
yeah,
do so,
sure.
go ahead and make me a perception check."
Okay. Plus.
Alright, absolutely. You see
Right.
her go in and close the door. She is gone. She is out of sight, out of mind. Do not worry about it.
Okay. We're clear. We're clear.
Oh, thank God. the gods, whatever. Who cares? And they go in and they change out of their ridiculous duckling uniform. And when they come out of the van, they are in their traditional blue janitor's uniform. I do not have that with me, actually, but I will be getting it. I can find the
Thank
freaking
God.
thing. And they also toss you guys each a bag. Mac, I'm sure you probably still have your original hat.
He's gonna take out of his hammer space and throw this god awful nut cap away. Well, into the van, not away. He's not that exasperated, but God, it feels good to get that thing off.
Oh, absolutely. You can choose to keep on the duckling uniform if you so want to, but Ajaxx has handed you a normal blue uniform that does not look duck-themed in any shape, form, or fashion. And you can each take turns wearing, going into the van to change if you like.
The savior.
Done.
Yeah.
No more duck hat.
I couldn't agree with you more.
I think Turpin's gonna keep on the duckling uniform purely because he's afraid that if Mara sees him in like a regular uniform, he's not gonna get the job.
Oh, that's valid. That is
Just
entirely valid. You poor bean.
I just don't want the top heavy thing. I've got bad enough balance as is.
Yeah, but I need this job. I kind of getting tired of living in a dresser, so it takes a
You-
duck uniform. It takes a duck uniform.
You live in a dresser?
Technically, it's just
I-
the chest of drawers I found, but I fit in there, so that worked out.
Please tell me that this dresser is at least inside of a building.
Well, do you want me to lie to you, or?
I would
Oh,
much
dear.
prefer honesty, please.
Yeah, well, no, it's in an alleyway, but it's fine. It's fine. This is why I got this job.
That is not fine.
Oh,
That is not
dear.
fine. That is most certainly
Okay.
not fine. Okay,
Well,
you and
Yes,
I
that
are
is
gonna
very
have to
not
have a
fine.
chat. Like, I'm
I
not.
have an apartment. I have an apartment. You are more than welcome to move your dresser into it.
You're still sleeping in the dresser, but you can move it inside.
God, if you're gonna invite someone over, at least give them a bed, a soft place to sleep.
He seems content with his dresser.
Turpin is massively uncomfortable with the amount of attention he's getting, so he's just gonna kind of scoot away while they're arguing about it.
You know what? We can address this later. We have an entire list of places that we have to go and clean, and an entire list of things that we have to do before Mar gets back, which, hopefully, with any luck, she will take forever.
Is this job always like this?
Oh, honey, it's Mar.
I believe most jobs in Einquell are like this.
And there's their uniform. Finally got it.
Oh.
Yeah, this place is just really weird.
Alright. Now let me go to this thing. Please load. That would be great. Would you guys like to look around real quick while I grab something, or?
I mean, it can't hurt anything, I suppose.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Make me a perception check. Oh.
Do you
Oh,
have
you're
a
on
ref of the
you're
duckling
on that.
uniform, by the way?
Hmm?
Do you have a ref for the duckling uniform, by the way?
Unfortunately, no, I do not. Not yet.
Okay.
Alright, that's a 15. That's in an 18. Good lord, that's a 19. And another
Hey, we all did
15!
good.
That's
Excellent
wonderful!
Perception checks.
All right. So you guys are smack dab in the middle of the town. You're at the town square. Around you, there are a couple of like little stalls. Honestly, the place is kind of crummy. There's like gross, murky water in between the cobblestone in some areas. And like there's fish kind of just laying about, kind of rotten, really gross. Some of the wood definitely needs to be replaced and repaired. The fountain is disgusting. God, you don't want to know what's in there. And there's also the goldfish pool that is right next to, that is around the fountain.
Little concerned about the goldfish that might be in that.
Well, you can do an investigation check to determine what's going on with that.
Okay.
Oh, that's dirty 20. All right. So, when you look into the pond, there doesn't really seem to be any goldfish. And it's just covered in lots of algae, and the plants that were in there kind of overgrown to the point where it doesn't seem like anything could survive in it. You're pretty sure that there aren't any fish at all in it, as if none ever actually existed, which is weird.
Well, it's preferable to
The
more
alternative.
dead fish or
Yeah.
some variety of mutant fish.
Yeah. It could definitely use a cleaning, though. And the buildings, you know, while a lot of the buildings have now been renovated, they still look kind of dull. The whole town kind of radiates this worn down atmosphere. And it is overcast. There's an old motel closer to where you guys had entered the port. That has been blocked off with bright red tape, and on the front is a sign that says condemned. There's also a couple of buildings beside it with the same kind of setup. There's a couple buildings closer to the shore with that kind of setup. But other than that, the majority of the town is either renovated or set to be renovated.
As long as we don't have to go into the condemned ones, that's great. We're good.
If you say that out loud, Ajaxx actually tries to get your guys' attention.
What's up?
So I got the list of the places that we need to go. We do not have to go into the condemned places. You are right about that. Don't worry about those. They are set to be destroyed. Thank God that motel is set to be destroyed. That is don't like that. That is a terrible, terrible motel.
Okay, like, as a player, I am sus.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I don't believe that.
On the list, they sign to you guys, or no, you know what? They jump up as high as they can, to like reach the top of the van, but of course they're way too tiny. They can't reach up there. Does anyone want to help them try to reach this weird kind of ring thing that they're trying to get?
This time he's kind of hesitant. Phil's kind of hesitant.
I guess Luke's gonna go over and sort of brace his his bad side against the side of the van and offer them like a hand stirrup, like to hup.
They look at you, Luke, and they said, "While I appreciate the gesture, I would rather not."
Understandable.
Hmm.
And he's just gonna push off and step back.
Let's see if they have anything that can help them with that. Mac, do you want to make me an intelligence check to see if you can remember what that's for?
Okay.
Oh, that is an 18. So the thing that they're trying to pull down is the board that they use to present lists so that everyone can see it. Like, they've been here for almost a year. They know the drill. They're usually the one that Mar chooses to train the newbies.
Yeah, I suppose I'll grab it for you, Ajaxx, if that's alright with you.
Would you please?
Okay. Mac's gonna just grab it and hand it down.
They sign a quick thank you before taking it, making sure not to touch. And then they put the little loop on the hook. And they start furiously writing as fast as they possibly can the things that are on the list. And the things that are on the list are the general store and the apartment above it, the post office, the bookstore, 3 houses, the town square, as well as the goldfish pond, and the fish market. You guys are already in the town square and the fish market. Then they list off things that need to be done. That would be cleaning surfaces, removing garbage, mopping floors, cleaning windows, catching mice, if there are any, or any other pests that you might find. Make minor repairs, which Ajaxx can show you how to do, if you don't know. And look for the deed to a lighthouse.
One of these things is not like the others.
Oh no, it certainly isn't.
Couple of these things that are not like the others.
They do
Could
notice.
you,
Go ahead.
could you write down the stuff
Yes,
in
absolutely.
the in-game zone?
Yes. Okay. Google Docs, it would be great if you would let me copy that. Alright.
Turpin immediately perks up at the like almost like he's excited to kind of clean in.
They will explain the lighthouse situation in just a moment. Oh, absolutely. Alright, so there's the list. You got the places and you got the things to do. Now these can be done in no particular order. You don't have to do every single one in every single place, so don't worry about that. We'll only focus on one thing to do in one particular place. But I do recommend saving the lighthouse for last.
Will it be simpler?
As for the lighthouse, the thing with that is that that area has not been claimed by the person who has bought the town, and it can't be, because he doesn't have the deed. that is the only place that the person who had been selling the town did not have a deed to. When trying to go in and look for the deed, they couldn't find it. So now it is our job to do so. Thing about that is, though, is that they're not looking to buy it, but Mar wants it. I don't know why Mar wants it, so don't ask. But
Oh.
don't know what she's gonna do with it. So there is that. That being said, you guys ready to go on a break?
Sure.
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 Alright.
Sounds good. I will go hydrate.
Right.
Hydrate or
Drinks.
dihydrate?
Yes. Everyone go hydrate. Or stretch your legs.
And we are back. Time to cause some problems as janitors. So, you guys have
Us.
the list and things that you need to do. You're gonna be leaving the lighthouse to the end, I believe.
Okay.
Which place would you guys like to go to first?
Seeing as we're standing right in the right there, I vote we do the town square.
Alright.
Yeah,
That's probably
it's
the best option.
start where we started.
That is fair. I agree.
Alrighty. So I'm going to wait to give you guys that example. But out of all of these things, besides cleaning the windows, because there are no windows, and I guess you could mop the cobblestone, but it's not recommended. What would you guys like to do? There aren't any mice. I can tell you that right now.
There's
The
dead
best-
fish everywhere, right?
Hmm?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean.
No, I didn't hear you, hon.
Oh, I was just saying there's dead fish everywhere.
The best
Oh, yeah.
option would most likely to be to remove the garbage from the area.
Yeah.
Alright.
Dead fish count as garbage, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly edible unless you want to be sick.
Oh,
I've
let's
eaten a lot
not
of
do
different
that.
weird things in my time, but dead fish isn't one of them unless it's cooked.
Sushi.
So that's true. That's true.
It is edible if you're not a coward.
Yes.
Well, that's true of anything.
That's true. man.
So are
True, true, true.
roaches, though. So are roaches, though.
Oh my gosh.
I believe that everyone here is going to be a coward for the time being. Let's
Yes.
just remove the rotting fish.
All right.
So
Max
I
gonna
have a-
hold his breath.
if it's would you as the DB words as a wizard I've got prestidigitation. Could that be something could I use that to get rid of the fish, or is that something, or is it just too big of an area to do that because it only does 10 feet? Like,
Well, I mean,
it's totally up to you. I'm good either way.
I think with that, if you try to do it, you clean up one of the fish. It doesn't look gross. It still looks rotten, but like, it sparkles now. It's a sparkly rotten fish.
You could at least get rid of the smell whilst we all work.
Yeah?
That
can
would
get
be
rid of the
good. That
smell.
would be appreciated.
I think Turpin's not gonna is gonna try like his darndest not to touch anything, but he's gonna try and use Gus to kind of just lift the fish and like push it away into a trash can, hopefully.
Okay, you want to roll? Is there? Do you want to roll me a straight D20 to see how well that goes?
Uh-oh. Incoming that one.
Well, actually, no. Hold on. You want to?
Oh my god.
Never mind. All right. What's your dex? modifier.
I don't have one.
All right. All right. So yeah, you instead end up smacking everyone with a bunch of rotten fish. Is really gross. You yourself get smacked with a bunch of rotten fish. In fact, there is suddenly a pile of rotten fish just flopped onto you. So not only did everyone else get smacked with a couple of rotten fish, but like you're covered in a literal pile of rotten fish now.
Turpin just lays down on the cobblestone. The wind can take him now.
Luke's just standing there, and he's got a dead fish just sliding down his face real quick. He's just gonna reach over and start picking them up with his hands because honestly,
I think a couple got into my pocket space.
Oh no.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're fine. Jackie looks like this is a completely normal thing to do. They're not phased at all in the slightest, and they're just gonna like start picking up the fish too and putting them in a bucket for easier carrying. Anybody else want to try something?
literally just walking over, picking up fish, and bringing them back to a bucket. We're not doing anything fancy here.
Mac's gonna use his Scrubby Ducky hat to carry it instead of touching it directly.
Desecration of the sanctuary thing. Why, that was not what I
Will you not
initially
have-
wanted to say,
Will
but
you not have to wear that on the way back?
Oh my god.
he will,
ahead,
but I
man.
figured I'd just let him learn that on his own.
Okay, he didn't think of that, and he's still not thinking about it, but I'm thinking about it. Oh my god, why did I just do that?
True.
Amazing.
God.
Turpin just sheepishly starts picking up fish. Like he's
Alright,
bad
come
at
on.
it. He keeps dropping it.
Philleapo, I think, is gonna see what happened, and he's gonna find the longest like push broom or mop he can find, and just like use it like so he is like the furthest distance away from the fish that he can get, and like push the fish out of there. Like he's not gonna touch him. He's not gonna touch that. No, sir.
Alright, well. Make me a strength check, because there's a lot of rotten fish, and as the pile grows, as you're pushing it along, it's gonna get heavier and harder to push.
Oh boy, I don't think I have anything for that.
Roll me
No,
strength,
I don't.
bud.
Yeah, oh boy. Oh
Hey,
boy.
at least you're not Turp. He has a -2 to strength.
Hard.
So
Let me double check that. Do I have anything for that? Yeah, it's a +0, yeah. Oh no.
So thankfully you're not completely covered in fish, but, the pile that you were accumulating from pushing it around does topple over about halfway and kind of covers you from the waist down.
Oh
Or-
no.
There's so many fish.
There are a lot of fish.
are they just multiplying in this pile, guys? Because I feel like they're multiplying.
We could have started the simple way, but you had to do something ridiculous.
Yeah.
I
Wow!
don't feel like this is how math works.
Turpin
Alright.
sadly making squidge noises as he picks up fish.
Oh no!
Alright. So I think it takes a good, good 18, maybe 20 minutes for y'all to get all those cleaned. all 5 of you doing it. You know, it goes by a lot quicker. But now that's done. So there aren't any more fish or trash in the town square. Congratulations! You solved the fish puzzle.
Oh my god.
Boy.
Oh man.
Are there any repairs that look like they need to be made? Like maybe pasted over with fish, perhaps? Or.
I mean, if you know how to make a fish paste.
It's
We
gotta
cleaned up
finish it.
we cleaned up a pile of fish and all we did was like get covered in fish.
I see why the showers exist now.
Yeah, that's part of
Yeah,
the reason.
I bet you're glad that's there now.
Yep. Considering I smell like trout, tuna, I don't know. It's fish.
Here, I can help you with that if
Very
you want.
small.
If all of you want to get in a line, I can help you with that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Alright, so as you do that, then Ajaxx just looks at you guys and says, hopefully you guys can stay standing. And they cast Water Beam on all of you.
Oh my. How do we save
Oh,
against
no.
that?
Let's
Go
save.
ahead. Let me see. I'm not gonna have it do any damage. Go ahead and make me a strength check to see if you can stay standing.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh
No.
no.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh!
that's not too bad.
Oh, that's a nat 1!
Oh.
Oh, poor Luke, that
Oh
is
my
a nat
God.
1, honey. I am so sorry.
Oh no. He just gets blasted off of his feet. Just sort of his bad leg just sort of waves in the air as he goes flying.
Oops. My bad.
Can I
But Mac,
try and help at all?
I'm honestly gonna say that there are 2 of you that don't make it. So, Turpin and Luke both, the paper peeps, they don't make it.
Oh no.
But Mac and Philleapo, both of you make it. Mac is probably because you're so used to it by now. You know, it's only been a couple weeks, but you're already used to this. Philleapo, you probably saw Mac bracing and just did so too.
Philleapo's a frog. Like he's pretty cool. He's pretty good with the water. Like, or at least he's cool with it.
But the poor Turpin and Luke, I'm sorry. Y'all go flying. If the 2 of you do want to help, though, I will give you that opportunity to do so.
Yeah, want to try and catch him. What would that be? Like a dex or a?
I'm going to say it's going to be an acrobatics, but with disadvantage, because you guys are also trying to stay standing.
This is as we can.
Turpin looks just like a wad of clothes floating through the air. Like if you try to play basketball with dirty clothes when you put it in the hamper, that's what Turpin looks like.
Oh man.
What?
Oh.
23. Sorry. Just
25.
Alright! So, Mac,
Oh,
I think Mac's, scores make up for Philleapo's. Mac, you do manage to catch, both of them.
Yes.
Show long tail, you managed to catch them both. Philleapo, you managed to stay standing. That's about all you can do.
I'm good. I'm cool with that.
An interesting thing about how they cast water beam is that they shoot it from their mouth like a fire hose.
Oh, I love that.
It's delightful.
That's very good.
All
As
right.
Turpin hits Mac's tail, just kind of makes this like weird accordion falling down the stairs kind of sound.
Lord.
You guys okay?
Well, we're rinsed.
Okay.
That was
Luke just-
cool.
Luke's just doing a water fountain for a minute there. Thank you for the catch.
Yeah, that was cool of you.
There's nothing.
Turpin hasn't moved. Turpin's just hanging there.
Can you?
Give me a moment.
Okay.
Well, we still got the goldfish pond if you guys want to work on that next.
Well, we can't get any wetter.
Yeah, let's just keep
Let's
going.
just get all the fish
Just-
over with.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll hold on tighter next time, I guess.
Sorry about that.
Just everyone just squelches on over.
Now everybody's making the squidge noise.
There's
On
been
the
some
plus side.
bad jobs, and this is a bad job.
Well, it isn't the most pleasing.
You're getting paid. That's all that matters. At least that's what Turpin's telling himself.
Good enough.
Philleapo's just going, you need to pay rent. You need to pay
Yeah,
rent. You need to
basically.
pay rent. You need to pay rent.
Well,
Okay.
how do you guys want to go about cleaning the goldfish pond?
Carefully.
Are you sure?
In this case, I think prestidigitation might not be a bad move on that one. Get some of the scum out.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'll
to
allow that.
clean the surfaces.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. See, that is a 1d20 plus 4.
Oh yeah, do a great job of that. Outside of the like overgrown plants on the inside of it, all of the algae is gone, and it's pretty much sparkling. And the water is pretty clear, almost. Almost. There's still a little bit of murkiness in there.
He's gonna take that as a win. It's gonna. His ego needs it.
Enough.
I need a win. Sorry.
No one's been covered in fish. It's definitely a win.
Sometimes the
Okay.
win is just tuna.
All right. Is there by chance like a stick that Luke can grab and just try and start digging some of those plants out with?
Let me do a perception check.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, there's a couple sticks.
All right.
Plenty to choose from.
He's just gonna grab one and step over and start digging at some of the roots of those plants so he can loosen them up and pry them out.
Roll me a d20. Or not a d20, strength check. Strength
A
check.
what?
Strength
Strength.
check. Yep. Wow, okay. All right.
This is
Hey.
what he's good at.
So you pull them out. And these were rooted in pretty heckin' well. Because the bottom of this, it is kind of sad to see that it is stone at the bottom as well. It's made of the same material as the fountain. And those plants had just been growing through it. But they do. You pull them out. And now it is plant free.
we're done here. He's just gonna take those plants over to the fish bucket and drop them off.
Alright. Jackie crosses off the town square and the goldfish pond off of the list. What place do you guys want to go to next?
We got the fish market, right? Or was that just...
Oh, and the fish market, yes, you were absolutely right.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Good.
I can't deal with any more fish.
No more fish. No
The
more
fish will-
fish.
The fish will haunt you forever now.
Turpin's gonna have
It's almost
nightmares about
waist
slapping
height.
everybody with it.
Oh, honey.
We're almost waist high in fish, and we managed to fit it all into a single bucket.
Don't even question it. It's fine.
Mitosis.
Tunes.
Toon logic.
Dead fish
Yeah.
mitosis or something.
There's just like a gigantic pile that kind of overlaps the bucket. Makes the bucket kind of look like one of those Christmas light bulbs turned upside down.
Oh no.
Nobody so much as breathe near that thing until we're out of here. No one
Yeah.
touch it. Nobody look at it.
Don't
Yeah,
think it, don't say it.
Jackie looks at you. Oh God.
How about the bookstore next? Turpin's trying to be, like, sly here, but really he just wants to check out the bookstore.
You want to make a deception check?
Yes. Can he do it? Oh yeah, he has a +6 to deception. Okay.
Anybody who wants to insight that, go ahead.
Say. Oh, dang.
Oh, that is a deception.
It sure is.
You sure can deceive. Ah. Oh, whoops.
Good lord.
Nope, nobody knows. Everyone's just like, yeah, that tracks. That's fine.
We perceive, but it's not enough.
Inwardly,
also-
Turpin's like, yes.
We're also like done already with the fish. We don't care if there's any ulterior motives. We just want to get this place cleaned.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
It's entirely valid. I'm actually gonna roll Jackie's at disadvantage because they love books. They are a huge nerd. Yep, nope. They don't care. They just want books. Books good. Books yes. They hear books and they just start leading the way.
I hope the books are all right, because this place doesn't look too kept.
We were in the square. That place in particular hasn't had much upkeep, but the bookstore has been renovated. So any of the books in there should actually still be fine. And a lot of them have probably been replaced.
Might
Turpin
lose a
droops
few,
little.
huh?
He was gonna take a couple if it was, like, still a mess in there.
When you guys get in there, make me a perception check. All of you.
Oh dear. Oh my god!
Luke does not perceive.
Jesus! Poor Luke, good lord.
He's just so very tired.
It's the fish.
We're all still soaking wet.
Well, everybody but Luke perceives that this place is actually pretty squeaky clean already. Like, it could use some nice touch-ups and everything, but the floors are all new, the walls are new. Like, the building is it's a new building. It's been recently rebuilt. and refurbished and updated. It could just, use a general cleaning.
I
And
guess we should.
Luke sees nothing. He just immediately grabs like a broom or something and starts going at it.
Philleapo's just like sighs and like, oh, thank the stars. It's not all gonna be like that.
I guess we should grab like feather dusters or something. This place is pretty spotless.
eh. Eh. I wouldn't say spotless. And they kind of just like wipe their flipper roughly on a nearby counter. And they look at it, and it has just a little bit of dust, but they're already kind of disgusted by it. Like outside, they weren't bothered by the ick and the muck, but in here, they seem to be pretty uncomfortable. They don't find
Not
this to
near
be
the
clean.
bricks.
So,
In fish. Horrible, rotting, dead fish.
we were outside.
And this
That
is
is
concerning.
normal. Yes, it is absolutely concerning. People are going to be in here breathing this. It's disgusting.
Right.
Turpin just runs a scarf hand across the counter and is like, I mean, I guess that works as a duster. Guess. Just wipe that off later, it's fine.
What would you guys like to do first in terms of like things that you can do?
I mean,
Eh.
on the list, I'd say either clean surfaces or the windows. Because everything
Alright.
else seems to be pretty done in here.
Yeah.
Alright,
There's
so go ahead.
Could I roll a perception? Like, cause one of the words. One of the tasks is catch the mice, and we haven't found any of them yet, which makes me suspicious.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Okay. Do I have a? Okay, that's just a +2.
Oh, yes. So, as you're investigating around, what particular area would you say that you're looking in?
Looking for mice. He's probably looking like alongside the walls, maybe near the, like he's looking like on the near the where the floor meets the walls, seeing if there's any either holes in the walls, maybe near the corners. See if there's any like cracks in the foundations where there could be a mouse hole.
Well, you find some. You do find some. And you find some already pre-put in mouse traps, but the cheese is gone and, there's no mouse.
Oh dear. Are we gonna have a Tom and Jerry situation? Or a Frog and Jerry
Oh
situation?
no.
Oh dear.
That depends.
Oh dear.
Do you, like, share what you found with everybody?
Yeah, yeah. Like, Philleapo would definitely say, like, hey, this place might be clean, but I think I found the mouse problem. And he's gonna point to the mouse hole.
Oh, well, that's not concerning. And if anybody's looking at Jackie, you see a mice crawl up their shoulder.
Ugh!
I'm going to roll a d20.
He said that to the mouse, like, don't do it, man.
They don't notice the mouse!
Oh dear. What would I have to roll to sidle up behind them and snatch the mouse off their shoulder?
Can I
give-
distract Jackie while this happens?
You
Just to
can
keep them
distract
from-
them. I want you to Atomic to roll me a performance for to keep Jackie's
Okay.
attention. And depending on how you do, I will give advantage to the person trying to stealthily.
Oh,
No, you do not keep their
Oh.
attention at all. They're just looking at
Oh,
you,
look-
confused. Like,
look
what are
at
you
these-
doing?
no! What about these books?
Yeah, books. Oh God.
Oh no.
He tries to go up behind her, and behind them, and just trips and falls straight into their back.
Okay. I'm going to roll a D plus Dex. See how well that is going to be at disadvantage. No, they fall flat on their face and the mouse starts running.
Oh no.
Everybody roll me initiative.
Everybody's just falling over each other as they go after this singular mouse. God.
This makes sense. This makes sense.
Yeah, tracks. No.
This is gonna go so badly.
Oh, this is gonna. Oh no.
All right. Okay. So. God, where is it? So that. Oh goodness. So that's 7, a 4, an 11, a 3, a 5, and a 6. Okay. So the order is.
Mouse combat time.
Time to fight a mouse.
Oh no.
I could have used like birthday inspiration to like try and like keep Jackie from noticing.
This is better.
But this
This
is
is-
so much better. I'm so glad I didn't.
It's Tom and Jerry shenanigans.
I love that Mac was just like, hey, look over here? Question mark.
All right, so Mac, it's your turn first. What do you try to do to catch that mouse?
Okay, he's just going to immediately try and thwack it with his broom. It's just a functionally just a quarterstaff.
All right, roll to hit.
God.
This is so good.
Oh, you hit it. Roll damage.
Okay.
Oh no.
Ooh, ow.
Oh wow.
Ow.
Oh.
All right,
The mouse goes
Smack.
flat.
the mouse do go splat, and I think with that, that mouse is knocked out. I know that was a quick and
Combat
easy.
over.
I did not expect you guys to actually hit it, so that's why it doesn't have a lot of HP.
Oh. The mouse, they don't have a lot of HP.
They do not. They're very small.
They have no money.
So you can imagine the kind of stress they're under.
You got a
Maybe
dirty
they've
20
been
though,
fighting
Mac.
Mouse comrades.
This entire scenario is so insane. It's like, oh, there's a mouse on your. Oh, hey, look over here. Ajaxx immediately ignores that, gets shoved over, and then the mouse starts to run away. Immediately gets crushed by Mac as he just whacks it
smack.
with his broom.
Everyone else is screaming like, "Get the mouse!" and instantaneously.
Just smack. It does a little
Get
bounce.
the mouse. Okay.
It does a little bounce as it's hit.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Just like turn belly side up and put his like legs up.
Yeah. There's
Like
little
that
birds.
orchid.
There's little
He's
birds
on
floating around.
site.
All right. You guys have solved the mouse problem.
Phil is gonna pick up the mouse, like unconscious mouse, and say, like, "Is there a? Should we put him someplace or?"
Well, once Jackie gets up, once Luke gets off,
He is just rolling off the side of them. Like, he did not intend to land on them at all. He's so sorry.
they don't. It was an accident, so it's not like they really mind.
I am still so sorry.
Actually, I'm going to roll something to see if they acknowledge the fact that this is an accident. +2. Yeah, they do. So they don't really say anything. They just dust themselves off, and then they open their mouth. Roll me insight for that if you want.
Yeah, like,
Here.
oh boy.
Like everybody
Oh
or
no.
No, just well, I mean, I guess if you want.
Oh,
Please,
he
someone
gets it.
who's not Luke. Oh, he's just cursed.
Almost like
Everything has been
Fluffy,
happening to Luke. Luke cannot concentrate on anything whatsoever.
The dice
Fair,
have just
though.
said not today, Luke.
Oh, well. Philleapo and Turpin, you guys get the horrified realization that they want Philleapo to just stick it in their mouth.
Oh.
But Philleapo, you look into their mouth and it's just a void. And you are struck with the realization that that is their hammer space.
Oh, okay then. you had me
Mouse
worried
in
there
the
for a sec. And he's just gonna hand her the kind of gently put the mouse in her mouth, like laughing and sweating, because oh boy.
That's valid. And I'm glad that
think-
you're the one that got that.
Oh, Ollie's back.
Oh, man.
As soon as the mouse is in their mouth, they snap their mouth shut with a loud. And the mouse is now disposed of. Sort of. They'll take care of it when they get back to the thing. To the office.
This is now very concerning.
The mouse will be fine. I'll release it when we get back to the office.
I think it's dead.
Okay, good.
It's not dead. You saw the little birds are going around its head, right?
Oh, did I kill it?
No, you didn't. You didn't kill it. Don't worry. You didn't kill it.
Oh,
You
thank
just
God.
knocked it out.
Um,
Goodness gracious, we're not
so-
killing any mice. We're not here to kill them. We're here to just move them.
So about those windows?
Yeah, the
Mac's
windows. Let's
gonna-
do that.
Mac's
Let's
gonna
do
put
windows.
away his broom.
This is less chaotic than the mouse could be.
Oh my god.
How do you guys want to go about cleaning the windows? Do you want to do something fun, or
Ooh,
you just want to?
I
Because like you guys,
I'm
the reason why I'm stopping at everything is like you guys have the option to do something creative. Perhaps I should have said that earlier, but you guys have
I
the
do
option to do something as creative as possible.
I mean, I thought Gust was pretty creative. and
It
look
was
where
very
it is.
creative.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
It was really good. I do have an idea, but I guess how tall are the windows? Like, because I could.
Well, there's only like 2 windows. There's the window on the door, which is if you were to pick Jackie up and like stick them against it, it'd be about their height, and they're like 2 foot.
Okay.
But the window, think of it like an old mom and pop kind of bookstore, because the building is kind of squished between the other renovated buildings and some that are gonna be renovated soon.
Okay. Because I was thinking if the windows were tall, I could cast Spider Climb and reach them, but if they're like my height, then it's like there'd be no point.
Yeah, no, they're about Philleapo's height.
Okay.
You could easily just like stretch.
Yeah. And he's a stretchy boy, so that works.
All right. What you gonna do?
I'm just gonna like. Does anyone else want to do anything? Because I would just clean them normally.
Luke is just being sensible and just dusting while Phil does that.
Mac is still kind of recovering from the sudden adrenaline spike and then nothing that happened.
Just killed a mouse.
Yeah, he may not have killed it, but he still feels it in his heart.
Aw,
No,
honey, no.
Mac.
Aw.
Turpin's compelled to do something goofy, but I don't think he actually wants to do something goofy. So he's
What is
gonna-
it?
Well, so Turpin has a spell called Dust Devil, and my idea was
Dear.
to maybe use the dust that's accumulated everywhere to make that Dust Devil and just kind of take care of it that way.
Oh,
Just
please.
shoof it outside.
Please do so.
Yeah.
Please do
Oh,
so.
that's incredible.
That is so good.
That's amazing.
Please do so.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Hide
Second
paper
level
all the dust outside.
Yes.
It's a second level spell, so once it's done, he's gonna have to do a magic surge roll and see if he does something weird, because he is chaos magic.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
So, okay, so Turpin feels this weird compulsion to just try something absolutely bonkers, so he does it. And
All
let's
right.
see, yeah, there's no creatures around that would really need to make a save against it, I think.
Let's
So
roll to
dear.
see how well it goes then.
What about us? It's not a big bookstore, is it?
No, it is not.
Oh no.
What's the DC?
Why did I say
What's the
that?
save?
What's the save in DC, buddy?
Well, the DC is 14.
All right.
I'm not so sure about the save. I'm not as well versed.
It's a
Mm.
strength.
Oh boy.
Ah.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody roll strength then.
No, no.
Lord.
Oh no.
Should I roll for this as an attack, or do I just...
Go
I
ahead.
think it's just
Oh.
everything.
Go
in there.
ahead.
Oh my god, you're kidding
Oh.
Oh my god. Nice
Oh,
parser.
no.
Oh
I'm gonna apologize in advance for how this is probably
20
gonna
to
go.
no. Hooray!
one.
It's my first nat one. Oh god.
Oh boy.
Hooray.
Oh boy.
All right. So Atomic,
Oh no.
Mac is the only one who. Wait, no, never mind. I have no brain. So Jackie and Mac are the only ones who really passed the DC. The two of the Luke and Philleapo, both of you get swept up into it though. And
Luke
you
is
guys
beginning
are
to
just going
regret
around.
The offer to let Luke is beginning to regret the offer to let Turpin live in his apartment.
God.
I thought that was wild. It dropped the call. So I guess should I roll damage?
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, each
Oh.
attempt at cleaning is just getting more and more chaotic.
So I mean, at least the dust has, gone off the surface.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
off
it's
the
just
surface,
currently
yeah.
carrying 2 people.
Oh no!
It's
if
currently
you take
spinning
a
them around like a
successful-
toilet bowl.
If you have a successful save, you still take half damage. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Oh
That's
my
fine.
god.
All right. So Turpin and wait, no, not Turpin. Luke and Philleapo, you guys take 5. Atomic, you take 3.
Oh boy.
Should I go ahead and roll that magic surge?
Go on ahead.
Okay. It should be noted that like Turpin's eyes are gonna look a little wild. They're like a little like rainbowy.
Mm-hmm.
They look like the little orb that's around his. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Well, I mean, you succeeded as well
Yeah.
in getting all of the dust out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't be.
So, like-
we'd have to be dusting for like
It's
10 minutes or something.
Yeah, so you got all the dust out.
Philleapo is just like outside, like on his butt, just like covered in dirt.
Luke's just sailing around and around in a circle on this tornado.
All right. Does that pass the DC for Terp to not do wild
Yeah.
things?
Yeah, if you roll a 1, then you it's if you roll a 1.
So I
Alrighty.
mean, pretty good there. Like he calms down a bit and is like again mortified that his magic went that buck wild. This doesn't usually happen. I'm so sorry.
Jackie just kind of looks at Mac and shrugs.
I mean, you got the dust.
Yeah,
It's
it's not Destiny anymore. So, we
Rips
should probably go
down.
in. We should go check on the others though. They kind of got yeeted outside.
oh yeah.
Turpin just kind of peeks around the door outside. He doesn't want to like confront anybody.
Jackie goes right up to the both of them and is just signs, "You guys all right?"
Gently sits down and sits up and looks at Turpin. Please refrain from doing that again. Just please don't do anything.
I think we need to be a little bit nicer than that.
Sleep.
I have been hit in the face by a fish, and I have been thrown in a tornado. I am afraid of what else might occur.
Listen, my magic isn't usually this. So, sorry about that. I'll just stick to.
Bye,
Yeah,
Briggs.
sorry.
Bye, Briggs.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
I don't think we can guarantee that we'll not get ourselves killed trying to clean.
Yeah, no, well, actually, as the DM, I can guarantee that you guys will be fine in the end. But
They
I'm
don't
not gonna
know
let
that, though.
anything happen. I have a lot of fail safes in place. That is the one thing that I'm good at giving.
We appreciate it. We
Yes.
need it.
Yes, me
I'm sorry.
too.
I'm sorry about the fish slapping and the.
It's all cool. It's
It's
hilarious.
wonderful.
Lucas is
These have
not
been-
appreciative.
It is
This is
These
wonderful.
have been such
No.
great gags.
These shenanigans make the game just perfect.
It is wonderful, and I love you guys.
Yeah, Philleapo's still on the ground. He's like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, like he kind of
You,
tries to sit up.
We
and,
live
like,
here now.
Yeah, he tries to sit up, and you can see like little mice like circling his head.
Oh, you poor
Mac.
thing.
Mac is gonna gently use a feather duster and just dust them off a little.
He coughs and he coughs up like a dust ball. Like,
Oh,
well, is the bookstore clean?
Yeah, you guys cleaned the bookstore pretty well.
Oh,
We can
That's
move on
good.
now.
that's great.
But they
That's
do
good.
glance at you, Luke. Luke. Yes.
It's gonna.
Luke
I-
is just
Hmm.
scooching. He's not even standing up at this point. He is literally just scooching as he goes towards the post office because that's where he's decided is next.
All right.
Oh, we're moving again. Okay then.
Well,
okay.
we only got a few hours here.
Yeah. He's very disoriented. He's gonna follow along and on wobbly noodle feet. Like
We are very done. We just want to be done.
We were done the moment we got here.
Yeah. We were
Ah.
done the moment we saw the uniforms.
Jackie does take a long sigh. And they kind of like lean their shoulder out to Philleapo.
People look
They
surprised.
do this. They do the same thing for Luke, but Luke seems content and just scooting.
Luke is
Philippe-
tired. He's
Oh.
just going.
Poor thing. I'm so sorry. But basically what they're doing here is that they're giving you the option of like kind of leaning on them. It's really awkward because they're super short.
Yeah, he's super tall. Like he's like I think 5/8 of a Larry tall. So
Well, all right.
Shouldn't have
Meanwhile,
needed a
Jackie is like
banana.
doesn't even reach his knees.
it's like, oh, it's like, thank you, you're very nice. And he's like, he might like, he's gonna try and like like kind of lean against you. And he's like, I'll be fine. I'm just a little dizzy. I just need a minute. And I'll be good. Then I'll be good.
Mhm. And they just nod.
Thank you.
They don't because they can't, but they nod.
Thank you. You're very nice. You're scary, but very nice.
I'm gonna see how they react to that. They drop you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to burst out laughing.
You're not- like they get out from underneath you and they just start walking faster, or in their case, they just start waddling faster.
Was it the scary part or the nice part? That's him saying that, not me. Like,
They look back at you and they clearly have a scowl as if asking, "What do you think?"
sorry. Okay, I'll catch up. I guess he's gonna stay there for a little bit longer.
Oh God, I did not expect Jackie to be this testy. But apparently
dice
they're having a day.
The dice wants them to be enemies.
Oh no.
Jackie has a day every day of work.
Poor Jackie.
Yeah, considering they deal with Mar. Yeah. Alright, you guys get to the post office, and once again, it's a small, cute, quaint little post office. Not like the more modern ones that you've seen. They pretty much just, tore down the old one and then rebuilt a similar looking one in the same style in its place. So it's in a similar state as the bookstore when you walk in. There are some like stray letters or envelopes here and there. And the floor looks like it's been walked on a lot. There's a lot of mud on it. But aside from that, like everything else is pretty clean.
He is going to be nosy and he is going to pick those up and see what's up with them.
Roll me an investigation? You do not see. You do not see.
Nasty one.
You get a paper cut.
Oh god, the piece of
Oh,
paper!
The poor thing got in that one. I'm sorry.
That's just wonderful. He's done. He's thinking very hard about just walking home and being done.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
nothing is going their way.
God, the dice rolls just don't like us today.
This is great.
Just a quick check-in. Y'all still enjoying yourselves?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Player, I'm
Oh
having
yes,
so
this
much
is great.
fun.
This is legitimately
It's
great.
incredible.
Okay.
Yeah, I the player, I'm having a blast.
Legitimately, this
Yes.
is legitimately awesome.
Yeah, this is fantastic. It's just our characters are going through it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys are having fun.
Everyone's
Alright.
just going through the ringer today.
Yeah.
Well, Jackie
It's a
sees all of this
like
mud.
6 nat ones.
Well, Jackie sees the mud, and their flippers start flapping. They're excited. And they pull out
Uh-oh.
the most ridiculous thing. Or actually, it's not that ridiculous. They pull out a bar of soap. And they're just like,
There.
guys, watch this. And they eat it.
Turpin steps out of the way.
There.
And then they start vibrating like a washing machine. And it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. They start foaming with a lot of soap suds.
That can't taste good. That really can't taste good.
And when they're done, they're just covered in soap suds and bubbles everywhere. There are bubbles on the floor around them. And they, you can tell through the freaking bubbles that they are ecstatic. And then they flop on the ground. They just T-pose and flop on the ground and just start using their legs to push themselves around. They start rolling in the mud. And let's do a d20 to see how well that goes. I'm gonna do that with advantage because they've done this so often. That don't go well. They get about, like, I want to say a quarter of the way through. And then they're just covered in mud. There is a lot
There's
more
a lot
mud than
more
they had
mud.
than they had anticipated.
Well, there is now also a lot of soap on the ground, so
Yeah.
mops.
Mops.
Snag a mop and start scrubbing.
While you guys are doing that, Ajaxx is gonna go outside and see if they can find a hose to wash themselves off, and then go back in and do that again. That is their favorite thing. Mopping is their favorite.
It's amazing.
Alright. So, everybody roll me a d20? See how well you do that, unless you guys have another creative way you can clean up all the mud.
Um, Turpin's tempted, but I think at this point he's just gonna tamp that urge down and grab him.
Luke, you're struggling to get all that mud. There's a spot where the mud's dry.
The floor
and,
is
like...
now slickery.
Yeah.
Floor is now slickery. He is having a terrible time getting there around.
But the rest of you, except for Ajaxx, all do a wonderful job mopping.
All right.
Whilst we're here, can Mac take a look around and just look for the deed in advance, just in case it's with all this paperwork?
Yeah, go ahead.
Would that be investigation or perception?
It would be investigation. And let me know where it is you're checking. There's a good few places you can go behind back, behind the little mailboxes to the back area, or you can stay out front.
I'd say in the back area.
All right. Does anybody follow him?
I think Turpin.
Oh,
Let's see
that
what
is a
happens.
nat
Good.
20.
Wow.
Well,
Thank you.
unfortunately, you do not find the deed, but you do find something else. What you find is a court order for a guy named, hold on, Gerald Lewis Moody. And the court order is for growing illegal cabbages.
I'm sorry, what?
The court order is because he grew illegal cabbages.
Ah, that's my favorite old movie, Cabbage Madness.
Obligatory Avatar joke.
Amazing.
Cabbages. I think, despite this incredible find, Mac's gonna put it back and go back to mopping with his colleagues.
Did you look at it? Well, with the nat 20, I also will say that you find another name in that same document. Someone who is testifying in defense of Gerald.
Oh.
By the name of James Judd. And it's spelled with, like, Judd.
Okay.
Apparently they were friends, and they knew each other well enough to defend each other in court, even though they were growing what would be illegal, veggies in a
Very
town.
illegal.
It's
Very
such a-
serious.
so serious as illegal veggies.
Be gay, do crime.
Yeah, laws are weird. Laws are weird.
This town especially is kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, they had fish all over the place. And...
Put those in a compost bin. Go.
Alrighty, I will stop that. Last things first, but frickin' next is the 3 houses and the general store as well as the apartment above it. So, crossing the bookstore, the post office, the town square, and the fish market off the list, those are the only 4 things that you have left. And I'm not going to make you do each and every one of the houses unless you want to.
When they go into the houses, like, whenever they do head in there, Turpin's gonna definitely snoop around.
Alright. So we're going to the houses next.
Okay.
Right?
Alright, well the houses are kind of like townhouses, but very much so in the same style as the rest of the place, which is like an old fishing town. And they have been remodeled. and updated and things like that. But they're very cute, very quaint. Kind of cramped, to be honest, though. They got a nice view of the ocean, so. Anybody who wants to snoop around, make me an investigation check.
Ooh.
I will do that.
I will definitely do that. It's
Can't
an
hurt anything.
investigation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey guys, does something seem fishy here?
Ah.
Good God. All right. Oh, I thought you had gotten a 20 again. All right. So, Luke, you got an 18. Turpin got a 15. I'm guessing Philleapo got a 12, and Mac got an 11. All right. So, Philleapo and Mac, you two don't really find anything of particular interest. You find some old toys that they had decided to keep in case a family moved into the houses. Just general, like, cute things like that.
No illegal cabbages found.
You find one cabbage.
Oh,
Somebody had stockpiled it in a secret compartment somewhere in a drawer. A false bottom drawer.
Incredible.
God.
For cabbages?
For cabbages.
Yeah, you now have an illegal cabbage. Don't know why it's illegal,
Uh-oh.
but you have an illegal cabbage.
I'm gonna immediately stick that in my hammer space. There's no way I'm letting myself get seen with that.
Mac's like, I'm still gonna take it, but
+1 illegal cabbage.
Turpin.
That goes in your fumble chart now.
It does. That's why I was putting it.
All right. Turpin. You
Yeah.
find an angry letter from the same Gerald Lewis Moody towards the town mayor, and it's dated to about 20 years ago. He's angry about the goldfish. He doesn't seem to like them.
So it's like old man yells at cloud for this letter.
Yeah, basically. As well as a lot of written grolics.
Incredible.
He's yelling at the
What's
mayor
up
about the
with
fact
this
that he
guy?
doesn't like the goldfish in the pond. Even though, it's not his choice.
You're just living there, man.
I mean, he's growing illegal vegetables. He can't really, like, gripe too much.
Well, you don't know. There wasn't a date on the document. You don't know when that happened. That is the one thing that I wasn't able to give you guys, is a date on the document for the court order.
Oh, yeah. So you
But
could
it-
have been growing illegal cabbages at any time.
But
The
Luke,
plot thickens.
Luke, you find the keys. And they look really old and rusty, but they have a lighthouse keychain on them.
Ooh.
So you
Ooh, I
have
found
found
good
the
stuff.
keys.
Ooh.
First step to finding the deed, find the keys.
Mm-hmm. On the back of the keys, it says Judd.
Judd.
Mm-hmm.
The one who was defending the illegal cabbage grower.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. While you guys have
There's
been
most likely more
snooping
illegal
around,
cabbage in there.
while you guys have been snooping around, let's see how well Ajaxx has been doing cleaning. Let's see, what would that be at this point? Because the kind of cleaning that they would need to be doing, what would they even be doing?
Oh yeah, everyone just went to snoop around and didn't even
Yeah.
bother to clean.
You did, but that's fine. Hey, they're doing
I guess
good.
he cleaned it. I guess he
Philleapo's
cleaned it of
cleaning. He's
illegal
like,
contraband.
What'd you say?
Go on ahead.
It's a. Oh. Wait, who's supposed to be talking here?
Oh, no,
I
go
just
ahead.
said.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to. I said I didn't hear you. What did you say? That's all.
It's like a four-way stop, and everybody's just crashing together for the conversation.
Yeah, and everyone's stopping to go, oh no, you go first. All I'm saying is Mac was still helping clean away illegal contraband.
You've probably gotten a good couple of illegal cabbages by now.
Oh, 2 illegal cabbages.
Find one more, and you can do a juggling act.
With no hands.
That just makes it better.
Well, the
We're not
houses
just
are
doing
now
juggles and
clean.
juggle.
And there's nothing else for you guys to find, you don't think? So the last thing you guys have is the general store and the apartment above it, before you can move on to the lighthouse.
Alright.
Over to the
Also, I feel awful. We are taking much longer than I had intended.
That's all right. We're having fun.
yeah, we've been like riffing off each
Yeah.
other pretty well. So
This is a good party.
Say that like Philleapo definitely was just cleaning the house and not paying too much paying too much time investigating because he's managed to piss off his boss twice now. He doesn't want to like push his luck.
this is like nose to the grindstone, like.
yeah.
All right. General store.
Yep, the general store. Okie dokie, so when you guys get to the general store, it looks like your old, like, homey little general store. It's got, like, aisles of general things. It's got like an
got-
aisle of medical stuff and supplies. It's got
got
several
aisles
aisles
of
of food. It's got an iron. It's got an aisle full of what looks to be a plush mate that looks like a general. You know, you're pretty sure they're a general. They have the outfit and the
Yeah.
ranking. It's unfortunate, kinda. I think we know who bought the town now. But you know, it's just your average little tiny general store. It's kind of cute. There is a like staircase behind the counter that leads up to the apartment above it, though.
Wait. Luke is gonna head up the stairs to that just in case it is locked because he's apparently got all the keys. So he's gonna just go double check that there's no need for that.
All right. Have you told Ajaxx about the keys to the lighthouse?
Yeah, he would have held them up and been. I believe these are important.
They would have nodded at you and been like, "Keep a hold of those. I already have an entire ring full of keys, so I can't really hold them anymore."
Yes, let's not lose the one town key.
Well, I mean, the keys that I have will get on the ring on my hip are kind of how we've been getting into the buildings here, but that one in particular I think is one that we're gonna need later. They're very much so a nerd.
Understandable.
But they're just kind of gonna
Of
let you
course.
guys do what you're gonna do, because place actually looks spotless, which is weird to them, but they're not gonna question it. And you know what? To be honest, let's see what they do here. Ah!
Oh no.
Alright, you little shit. They go up to one of the like refrigerator things. They look in there. They're like waving their flipper towards some of the drinks. And they reach in and they grab one and just pop it open and start drinking one.
I'm dying because I was just gonna have Turpin bust into some food, but I wasn't sure if that'd be too weird.
Does anybody say anything about Ajaxx blatantly stealing from this place?
Again, pissed off the boss twice. He is just gonna ignore it and move on. Like,
Mac's not gonna say anything. He is just as much of a criminal right now as Ajaxx is.
So if it isn't obvious, Ajaxx signs to all of you if you can see them. I'm not going to say anything if you know, a couple of snacks, maybe a few little soda pops go missing. Just don't take so
You know
much
what?
that it's noticeable, you know? I mean...
You know what? You know what? Luke is gonna snag a water bottle.
Do have a soda you would recommend? I don't think I've tried soda before.
I mean... I don't particularly have a preference. This is kind of new to me too, so I'm just gonna kind of maybe try them all. I mean, it's only one from every row, so fuck it. Hey,
Turpin
hey.
waits and just grabs an orange soda.
Get whichever one you want, man. I don't care. We don't get paid enough for this shit.
He just opens it and pours it into his neck, and that's just how he drinks it. He doesn't look happy about it either. It's just how he drinks. Please don't ask.
Who's asking? What are we asking about? I don't know. Don't worry about it.
Completely normal.
Yeah, I know. Well, if you ask him about it, their excuse is like, look, we don't get paid enough for this shit. I'm not wasting my money paying like $2 for a bottle? Nah. Nah, I got bills I gotta pay. I got debts I gotta pay off. I got a baby I gotta feed. I got a dog. Come on. You think I'm gonna waste my money on one
Absolutely.
bottle of soda?
Oh my god.
We deserve
I
this.
love
We deserve a
Ajaxx.
little bit of a break. You know, it's not gonna hurt them to have a few snacks go missing. Certainly not gonna... What is that, a general? God, he's pretentious already. Alright, so Luke, you wanted to investigate the upstairs, right? Go on, roll me
Yes.
investigation. And while you're doing that, is everybody okay with going past 7? Do you guys want to like do a 2-parter, or are you wanting to finish this off in one whack?
how much longer do you think the game is gonna go? Like, do you think we've got an hour left, or like?
It's a possibility that we could have about an hour left because you meet somebody at the lighthouse and there is a possible fight. I'm going to be honest. Like
yeah,
I said, I
if
did
there's
not.
gonna be a fight, I'd say probably a two-parter because those tend to be long.
All right.
Yeah,
That
and
way you don't have to
it's
rush it.
Yeah. it's 9
So-
o'clock where I'm at now, so
Oh goodness
Yeah,
gracious.
Are we gonna
Yeah.
leave it off with us just sort of looting the general store?
that's
Yes.
actually really cool. Like, let's leave it
Yeah.
off with crimes, man.
You know what? Let's leave it off with crimes.
Crimes.
Luke also rolled a 5, so unfortunately Luke does not find anything. So you
He's
can
come
come
already
back
done
down and do
enough
some
crimes,
crimes.
but he's willing to look the other way.
Philleapo's stepping chips into his into his hammer space. Like,
I like that this group gives off the vibes of like tired millennials and Gen Z just working a job.
Yeah. We're all minimum wage. We all hate this.
We're going to at least have a couple of meals off of this, even if they
Yes.
are just chips.
Yeah.
yeah.
Big fuck capitalism energy.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Cracking.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Amazing.
That is so good.
Yes.
It's
very,
reminds me of
very
when I worked
good.
at Target, like those vibes.
All right. Well, you guys want to say goodbye to the audience real quick?
Yeah.
Eh.
Goodbye,
Yeah.
audience.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody. Thank you for listening, and we'll get to part 2 when we can figure out a good date. Good date and time.
Yeah,
Cool.
part 2 of Janitor Crime People.
The janitor criminals.
The anti-janitor squad. We
Yes.
clean